Hey, everybody, listen, happy Tuesday. I hope y'all all had an amazing holiday. Well, we're here, people. We're here to talk trending topics, okay? It's Tuesday, and listen, it's a man's world. It's a man's world. And listen, okay, now backstage is full house. It's full house backstage, okay, people? I see you're trying to get in, but we're full house back here for right this second. But listen, guys, it is a man's world, okay? It's a man's world. Yes, and we're going to talk about it, all right, people? We're going to talk about it. So trending topics today is Simone Biles. You know, the Olympic. She did the Olympics. She did what you call what she did again? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, her husband was on the podcast. You know, some of these people need to stay off the podcast. They really do. Because I'm telling you, just because somebody asks you a question, that don't mean you got to answer it. No, you do not. Okay? They asked her husband, you know, who was the prize pretty much in the relationship. He said, me. It's a man's world, people. Thank you, gymnastics. Yeah, she did the gymnastics, okay? Very well known for her gymnastics. He said when he first met her, he didn't know who she was. The lies he tells. But you know what? It's a man's world. Tamar Braxton. I guess twice the charm, honey. He done asked her to marry him again. She said yes. Listen, do what you do. But don't be crying to us later, because now you know for sure what you signed up for. Signed up for this man. He's lying. Come on, Rebels. I know he's lying, but girl, what can we do? It's a man's world. The lies he tells. Then Tamar Braxton. Yeah. Her man got down on one knee on Christmas in his house. Let's be clear, his house. Did anybody learn anything from Gabrielle Union? Paula, welcome back. We're glad to see you here. Did anybody learn anything from Gabrielle Union? Her man told her, this is my house. So now she working double time, overtime, triple time to pay her part of the bills just so her man won't look in the face and say, this is my house. See, that's probably why I'm single. Because I'm the type of chick, you got the right one when you got me. What you mean it's your house? I don't care that you pay the mortgage. I'm your wife. We live here together. This is our house. And if you try to leave me, if you don't know now, you try to leave me, when we go to that court to get that divorce, he going to tell you that I own a piece of this house too. Don't let the judge have to tell you. But it's a man's world. Then we got this chick who she met her man in the jail. Talking about love at the lockup. She found love during lockup. Now, I'm sorry, people. I'll stay single forever. I promise you that. I will stay single forever before I do some jailhouse love. No, I ain't doing all that. She met the man in the jail. They got married while he was in the jail. And then guess what happened? When he got out, guess what he did? We're going to talk about it. Not man, you're not Phaedra style. I'm freezing up. Am I freezing up, everybody? The computer acting up today? Ay. Listen, people, y'all know what I need. I need a what in the chat? I need a choo-choo. All aboard, everybody. It is time for Trending Topics Tuesday. And let me say this to y'all. Say a prayer for TD Jakes. Bow your head and say a prayer. I'm aboard this train, people. Oh, StreamYard is acting up. Thank you, Denzel. It's acting a fool. Okay, everybody say I'm freezing up a little bit. We full backstage, y'all. Let me bring the people on in the building. Hold on one second. Hey, Dustin.
Hi, Diva.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Hey, Leo.
Hi
Hey,
Leo, how you doing? How you doing, E?
Hey,
hey,
Dustin.
hey,
Hi
Felicia.
Leo.
Hey,
Hey, in my
everybody.
opinion,
Hi,
Savannah.
my opinion.
Hold on now. Let's bring the people in. Hey, Tay.
Hi, Diva.
Hello.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. Uh-oh. Come on now. Hey,
Mm-mm.
Chris. All
Hey.
right.
Hi
Denzel,
Julius.
where you go, Denzel? All right, people. Hold on. Let me see. Is that Denzel? Hey, Denzel.
Hi Denzel.
You
Hey,
good? Can you hear
Giselle.
us, Denzel?
Hey Diva, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, but it keeps dropping me for some reason.
All right. Well, you in now. They said I was freezing. So we good. We
All
good right
right,
now. Hold tight.
Yeah,
Buckle your seatbelt.
I got I got two phones.
Okay, good, good, good. Buckle your seatbelt. All right, let's do this. We're good. We're good now. So let's get into it. Okay, everybody, mute your line. Okay, because we gotta bring up these stories. You know, I think what I'm gonna do first here, I'm gonna bring up the unknown one. Let's bring up this chick who she found love in the jail. Let's talk about her. Hold on one second. Let me see where I got her little story at. Okay, here she go. Here she go. Okay. Self love. Okay. She met and married my husband while he was in prison. So I don't care what people say. He does everything he can do to please me. Well, all right. How much can he do behind the bars? But anyway, commentators said they were unsurprised by the couple's relationship status months after their ceremony. Okay. Some joke that being married can feel like a life sentence, but one woman has taken the metaphor close to literally. She met and married her husband in October while he was in prison, despite what other people had to say about her decision. Okay, she's a TikToker. Okay, I decided to marry a man I met while he was incarcerated. Erica's a content creator, decided to marry an incarcerated man. We are on our love after incarceration journey. Okay. Erica Diston explained her thoughts process in a video shared with over 12,000 TikTok followers. I decided to marry a man I met while he was incarcerated, she said. She stated that she planned on having her wedding ceremony via TikTok Live once her husband was no longer under lockup. I know a lot of people don't agree with my decision, and some people are acting like they're happy for me, but they're probably like, what is wrong with her? What is she doing? She said. She admitted that while she did not care what other people had to say about their relationship, that was something she was trying to work on. Before y'all start saying you're just insecure, you can't find anybody in the real world, you think I didn't do that before, she said? I did. It wasn't for me. A lot of people are small-minded. Small-minded people drive me crazy. But I let those type of people get to me because I care what they think. That's my problem. For Erica, it's about the effort that her husband put into their relationship, even and especially while behind bars. Well, they talk a good game from behind bars because they ain't got nobody else. She said it's harder for him, but he's trying to do everything and anything. He's trying to do whatever he can to please me. I never had that before, she said. This man makes me happy. That should be all that matters, my happiness, because for years I only cared about everybody else's happiness. People were supportive of her decision, and some shared their own stories of meeting their loved ones in jail. Is this a new thing? I cannot. I met my boyfriend when I was a correctional officer, and he was locked up in 2001, off and on, and we're still here, said one commenter. So he kept going in and out of jail, and she stayed with him. What's going on? He's snoring next to me right now. Love wins. Did it win? In a follow-up video months after the ceremony, Erica stated that despite her best efforts, their marriage did not last long once he was a free man. You don't say. You don't say. Once he got out, he left you. 2 months after announcing her plans to marry him and spending mere weeks with him after he was released from prison, she found out he wasn't who she thought he was. You really? Although Erica didn't elaborate on details as to why her marriage failed, she hinted at the cause. Me explaining how my husband I married while incarcerated switched up on me, she said. I would give the pain a 10. A lot of people would tell you it's not that bad, but me personally, it hurted really, really, really bad. In another video, Erica shared her thoughts on their breakup with longtime followers and supporters of their relationship. I'm going to start off by saying I'm good. I'm not bashing him. We just didn't see eye to eye on certain stuff, she said. This is the last time I'm addressing this stuff. We're not effing with each other. And that's that. Although Erica was unhappy with the outcome, she accepted that she gave it her best shot. I didn't want my marriage to fail, but it is what it is, she said. Some were unsurprised. Seriously, no one is shocked. Just thought it would last a little longer, said one commenter. People shared their condolences and praised her for how she was dealing with the fallout. At least you're standing on business when it comes to you. Hopefully y'all can work it out down the line, somebody else said. Many were glad to see that she gave it a try and learned from her experience. Honestly, everyone needs love. I'm glad you figured it out. Or everyday negative stuff, said another. She said her marriage failed. You don't say, girlfriend, your marriage failed? I'm not shocked. Love after incarceration. Dustin, your thoughts?
My thought is this, dude. I don't plan on getting married, and this is really the reason why. Because people are crazy, and I would never get married to somebody in jail anyway. So love after lockup. I don't believe in love after lockup because how are you gonna know how they are after they get out? After they get out of jail, they could be a crazy person. So no, I think I'm gonna stay single the rest of my life.
Oh my God, not single the rest of your life. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate you. Hold on 1 second. I'm coming to you, E, next. Hold on. Let's hear her talk.
A lot of people do tell you it's not that bad and things like that, but me personally, it hurt it really, 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 really bad.
It hurt it really, 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 really bad. Girl, you didn't know you shouldn't be dating nobody that was locked up and marrying them. Leo, what are your thoughts?
It's crazy, girl. But you know what? People are desperate. I remember reading years ago, it was a black lady. She was a pastor at a prison, and I can't remember what state it was.
Okay.
But anyway, she ministered to the man. He had already been in prison for unaliving somebody or attempting to unalive somebody. They get married in prison. He get out. He flipped his whole wig over her talking to some dude and unalive one of her children and try to unalive her.
No way.
Yes. She had that man home with her children. I'm telling you, these men or women, whoever, when you in prison, the only time you got is to come up with all the lies in the world to keep somebody wound in. That is just, I mean, y'all got to stop it. You really have to stop it and marry these people and bring them home.
Shall
live happily ever after.
That part. Leo, thank you. Let's hear from her again. Hold on now.
I'm good. I'm straight. Me and Sincere are not fucking with each other right now at all. I'm not bashing him, so y'all don't gotta call him your wife on the internet doing the internet shit and all that. Y'all don't gotta say that. I'm not bashing him. He's a good guy. We just don't see eye to eye about certain shit, and I'm not tolerating certain shit. Like, I have kids. I'm grown. Some shit I'm not finna deal with. Some shit I'm not finna accept. And that's that. So if y'all following me just to see him, follow his ass. Because now all y'all getting is me because I'm not finna be talking about him. This is the last time I'm addressing this shit. We are not fucking with each other. And that's that. Also, why would I come on this platform, the same platform where a month ago I was like basically glorifying his ass, and come on here and say we are not together when we really are together? That's stupid. Like, why would I do that? This shit is embarrassing. I did not want my marriage to fail, but it is, and it has. So, anyways, I'll be going live on Instagram in about 30 minutes, but I'm going outside tonight. So I'm not gonna be up playing and laughing with y'all ass all night. Kiki. All right, y'all just follow me. I'm putting my ads at the bottom, and make sure y'all follow my backup page because I just follow my backup page.
She a whole fool. She a whole fool. She knew she had kids when she married this man while he was in the jail. Brandon, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey Diva, how old is Erica? Self-esteem problem? That's the least of her problems. Yes, probably so. I gotta look up and see how old she is. She got more problems than that. E, your thoughts?
So tonight I'm going to take a different approach. Happy holidays,
better sit
everyone,
up.
by the way.
Happy holidays. Oh.
Yeah, tonight I'm going to take a different approach because for so long, I thought we needed to blame the women. I mean, not the women. I thought we needed to blame the men, but now I see after blaming the men for so long, the women will beat me down. Okay. And so at this point, I want to switch gears. We need to blame the women from now on because I get up here every week and I tell you all about surviving 13.2 million men. I tell y'all that every week. Choo choo. And there's so many women in the chat who will fight me down, attack me, say it ain't so. And they will tell me how fabulous their sons are, how decent their husbands are. They ain't never cheated. Their fathers are so upstanding. And so it just leads one to wonder the only reason why a woman would resort to scouting for men in prison is if the men who are walking around free in the outside world are that much worse. And we need to recognize that the men in prison do cheat. We just saw this with Monica and C. Murder. Okay, just because he's in the white man's cage, that doesn't mean it's not another woman putting money on his books. Hello, Shirley Strawberry. Hello, Coach Coochie. These men in prison are still getting it in. They're still video calling all of their side chicks. And even if it's not the side chicks, they got boyfriends on the inside. The men who grow their hair really long, got their braids twisted, got their badonkadonks, they're getting it in prison. Okay? Listen, they doing drugs, they stealing, they taking your money. They doing everything that these rapping kings doing out here in the streets right now. The only thing you're not getting from a man in prison is he ain't giving you the D. So if that's what it's really all about, if you just want somebody to take your money, you want to be lied to, I'm going to start up a dating service, the e-matchmaking service, okay? And I'm going to service everybody across the United States. If you just want somebody to lie to you, and I will have my bedroom candy associate on the panel. I don't want to out you right now.
Leo.
Yes. Leo is my bedroom candy advocate. We can get you some products sent to your door, but if you just want some sweet lies, I'll even write you a poem if you want to. Valentine's Day is coming. I will give you all of those emotional things that you need because these men are making a killing and embarrassing women. And they have the nerve to call themselves the prize. This woman, and she got children of her own, she said. You got children of your own, and this is the representation you want your children to see? Erica, sit down. We only got a few more days left before 2024. You should be ashamed of yourself. I will not entertain this.
Tay, you're up.
Woo woo woo, E. Woo woo woo. Diva, has she lost her mind?
She has. Mm-hmm.
Girl, Diva, you guess what I'm gonna put up? You see this? You see this?
Yes.
Red flag. Red flag, girl.
Oh,
red flag.
Mm-hmm.
Molly, you in danger, girl. You in danger, girl. If I was her, I will turn somewhere else. Run, Molly, run. That's all I got.
Well,
that's all I got to say.
I hear you. She married him in the jail, so I cannot.
Yes,
have you ever gotten mail for someone you know that went to prison? Yeah, somebody I knew, a family member, but I'm not about to marry nobody behind no bars. You starting the relationship off wrong. Savannah, you're up.
Diva, I really don't care about this relationship. This is clearly a female who has her priorities all wrong.
Yeah.
She's clearly doing social media clout chasing. She is more concerned about being a woman instead of mother. I don't know if she has any female children. How would she bring
Talk about it.
a convict or around a female child? And I don't know the situation, so I can't really speak around it, but she clearly is not or wasn't concerned about having her parental rights terminated, or having her having a person, a convict, a felon around a female, her daughter. So I am concerned about her choices here. I'm just ready for 2023 to be over with, and why women who make these choices or date men who are locked up, um, why they choose and make these choices. So and so this to me is clearly she just wants social media attention, and for her to go back on social media and then make additional posts about if you're following him, not following him, or all these other I'm just through with her, and I really just don't care. So and she's clearly not concerned about her parental rights being jeopardized. So I'm done. I'm done with her and her story.
I hear you. In my opinion, you're up. Are you there?
Diva,
Yes.
let me tell you something. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be dumb and stupid in 2023,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she was watching too many Love at the Lockup shows and thought, you know what, let me just go straight to the prison and find my man.
Evidently, she ain't watch enough of them.
Oh, shoot.
Because they all in the failure.
Oh, my God. All right. Just like hers. All right. I hear you. Felicia, you're up.
Hey, good evening, everybody. I missed everybody. I hope everybody had a good Christmas, who celebrate and who acknowledge what a great gift we were given to humanity. So, E, darling, I love your opinion, the same. Savannah, yeah. But I'm a little confused. It could be because I'm tired, and I apologize. But what did a husband do that was wrong? What did he do?
Oh, what? She didn't really say. She said, but she can't put up with the nonsense, though. She can't put up with the nonsense. She can't put up with, the shenanigans. So she had to go.
See, I'm confused because I don't know. She didn't say, right, what he did. She didn't say he was unsupportive. He didn't go to try to find work. He didn't honor and value her. He didn't appreciate the kids. She didn't say none of that.
Mm-mm.
So my takeaway was, and I appreciate the previous comments, but I'm not there with any of it. Oh. She was dating all kinds of would-be felons, definite felons, people who already been in the jail and been out. This was nothing new to her.
Oh my God.
I think the approach collectively has been, well, she hadn't been dealing with this kind of gutter man, and this was her first go. She was giving somebody a second chance. Mm-hmm. She's the Mother Teresa of the criminal justice system. Oh, BS. She's used to dating trash. She's been with felons before, but not this particular kind of felon. Mm-hmm. This was a new a different version than what she had been accustomed to.
Mhm.
I mean, because she didn't say what he did wrong.
She didn't.
Okay, there are plenty of people who have dated people who have been incarcerated and come out. People who weren't incarcerated who got locked up. So she could have been a little bit more specific, don't you think?
Mhm. All
So
right, tell us.
I'm not blaming him at all. I think it was her problem, her situation, her fault. And as we've all learned here in this last half of the year, choices come with consequences, folks.
Ooh, yes, they do.
So you choose to be with someone, you marry someone who was incarcerated, who had no free will, no freedom, no right to make any choices. You showed up, you Mother Teresa, you married them, and then when they got out, he probably never went and consummated the marriage. Well, good luck to her in 2024. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck, Erica. Oh my.
And I'm not blaming him in any way at all. No.
Okay, with it. Boom, there it is. Julius, your thoughts?
For the last remainder of the days of the year of our Lord 2023, I will not entertain the rubbish. In maybe when we go into the new year of our Lord 2024. But other than that, I will bypass. I will reclaim my time.
All right, thank you. Denzel, you're up.
Well, this is gonna be a short statement. I really don't care. So that's it, and that's all.
All right, okay. So that's it. I'm wishing Erica the best. Okay, she started off on the wrong foot, looking for her husband behind some bars. Cell left. She found him. He was good to her, telling her he loved her while he was behind the bars. And like Felicia pointed out, it's a mystery as to why they ended their relationship, because she was very vague about it. She just said she doesn't tolerate the foolery. But obviously she does tolerate the foolery because she met him behind bars. But anyway, guys, that was our Jailhouse Love. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about Simone Biles, the gymnast. Okay. Met her husband. I didn't know they met on a dating site. Okay. So listen, people, if you want love, you can't find it behind closed doors in your house. You're going to have to, to find some other options. You got to get outside your house. Or maybe you got to use a dating service. So he claims, the husband, when he clicked on her name on a dating service, he didn't know who she was. That's what he said. So I never understand why these people go on these podcasts and they feel just because the person asks you a question, you have to answer. You got rights when you go on these podcasts. Be like, no, I'm not answering that. Especially if you have not been media trained, because these people are going to ask you controversial questions. That's what these podcast people do. Why? Because they want to go viral. And they're going to get you hemmed up and you laughing and having fun. And then the aftermath is always on the guest. You got Vlad TV over there. A lot of his guests, the aftermath is they getting clinked up. Locked up. Behind bars over some kiki ha that they did over there on Vlad TV. What's her name? Gabrielle Union went viral when she told everybody she had to pay 50% of the bills. They was like, what, girl? Then her husband goes on another little podcast and he talks about how, she wouldn't leave. Tried to get rid of Gabrielle. And I'm paraphrasing. He said she just kept coming back. So I guess he was like, guess what? I guess I'll go ahead and marry her. And he said out of his own mouth, her hubby said this. This is not diva. Her hubby said, to this day, we have fights about the child I had when we was allegedly on break. How you still fighting about some baby? Once you go back to the foolery, you should not be crying about what happened before. But let's get into Simone Biles. Seems to respond to criticism over Jonathan Owen's relationship comments. It's a man's world, people. It's a man's world. The four-time Olympic gold medalist addressed fans' concerns on Twitter, which is now X, over the weekend. And if you're not bothered, don't be bothered. Don't say nothing to the people at all. You see, Tyler Perry didn't address the rumors about him going around right now in this Kristen Keys. He's staying silent. You know why? Because silence is golden. So Simone Biles is over people vaulting to conclusions when it comes to her relationship. Just days after the gymnast's husband, Jonathan Owens, drew backlash after calling himself the catch in their relationship and saying he didn't know who she was before they matched on a dating website. Biles, 26, seemingly responded to fans' concerns over Owens' posturing. "Are you done yet?" The four-time Olympic gold medalist wrote in a message on social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter. Along with her caption, she posted a meme of a young child scratching their head and looking confused. In her replies, fans continue to express their concerns and support for her and her relationship. "Why you mad at us? Your husband said it," one person wrote. Boom. Just log back in after the new year, because this isn't stopping anytime soon. Another joke. And this was her post. "Are you done yet?" No girl scratching her head. The situation all started when Owens and Biles sat down for a chat at the Pivot podcast, and the newlyweds, who just got hitched back in April, reflected on how they first met, with the Green Bay Packers safety claiming he didn't know who she was initially. For 2 seconds, he didn't know who she was. Like, stop. "I promise you, when she won the Olympics, I was in college." You was in college. You wasn't in jail, sir. We didn't have NBC. Huh? We didn't have Olympic channels. What? And we were in camp. Say what now? Late July and early August. Do you not have a phone with the internet? Can you stop, sir? "So I'm not paying attention," Owen said during the podcast. "I would never have had a moment to watch." When asked seemingly as a joke by host Ryan Clark if Owens considered himself the catch in their marriage, Owens quickly and seemingly genuinely agreed that he did, adding that he always says men are the catch in relationships. It's a man's world, people. It's a man's world. "So she really booked you?" Clark asked, continuing to rib Owens. "She did, though, because I was fighting it. He said I was fighting it." He added while sitting next to his wife, "The single most highly decorated gymnast in the history of the world and a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I was afraid to commit, but you know, it happens when you least expect it." Owens also added that he didn't really reciprocate her advances until he checked out her social media pages and realized just how famous and decorated as a gymnast she is. Did y'all see that? That's what her husband said. "Once I saw she was somebody, then I surrendered." That's what that's saying there. Now, if I'm wrong, when I come to y'all can let me know. He said, "I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she's got to be good," he said. "Why? Because she got a bunch of followers?" According to Owens, the first real moment he realized just how beloved Biles came when they were out and about together, going to enjoy some dessert, and everyone was starstruck by the world famous gymnast. "It was all these moms, and they were there, and their kids, and we walked past, and everybody stopped and just stared," Owens recorded. "Kids were just shaking like, oh my God." The NFL players' remarks caused a stir on social media, with many expressing their disbelief and suggesting that Biles deserved better. Despite fans voicing their worries over the state of their marriage following what they called a series of red flags, the couple appears to be rising above the chatter. On Thursday, Owens cut through the noise with a post sharing several pics of the couple together, including snaps from their Cabo San Lucas wedding, and a simple caption, "Unbothered. Just know we're locked in over here," he wrote. Yeah, you locked in, because now you know who she is. She chimed in and said, "You know what? For life." They locked in for life. Now he got 400K followers. She got 7.1 million. That's the happy couple there. He claimed he had no clue who she was. Okay, Owens proposed to her on Valentine's Day after marrying in a private city hall ceremony in Texas in April. They both tied the knot for a second time in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico in May. They said their I do's before an audience of 144 guests, including their wedding party of 8 bridesmaids and 7 groomsmen. In the months since their wedding, they have been frequently been seen giving her husband a supportive kiss before his games. Whew, child, it's a man's world. Dustin, your thoughts?
Yeah, can you hear me, Diva?
Yes.
All right, I think that he knew who she was before they got hitched. I really do. I had this, but I think that he knows more than what he putting on. But I think that he knows that who she was before they got married. So you can tell you can sit there and say that he might have not knew her, but I think he did because she was all over the internet. And you ain't gonna tell me that somebody like him that's got all this kind of money don't know who she was.
I appreciate you, Dustin. Better tell the people. Leo, your thoughts?
That's the truth. That's the truth. Shoot, I know who she was a long time ago. Now you ain't gonna sit there and tell me you didn't know who she was.
That's right. Leo, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that perhaps he didn't know, but I'm gonna use just a small bit of logic. He's into the sports. He's been into the sports since Pop Warner. I'm surrounded by people that's into the sports. So you know what they do all day long? Watch Sports Center. She's been in the game since 2016. She ain't just show up. So maybe he didn't watch Sports Center between 2016 and 2021. But I probably think he would have, because the Olympics and the gymnastics be all over the Sports Center. So maybe he didn't know, but okay, all right. I'm gonna let that part ride. And then, and also too, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt again. He is young, she is young. Because what you not fit to do is get on Beyonce internet and on the cable network and embarrass me like that.
Right.
You sit up there and talk about I'm the catch. So it's not about the fact I ain't gonna drag Simone for her choice. I don't choose the pretty light skin with the light brown eyes because it screams a terrorist to me. But okay, if that's what she wants, that's good for her. She can pick whomever she wants to be with. They love each other. I wish them the best. But you better start training your husband. You better get him into some media training because you ain't fit to be embarrassing me talking about you to catch. Boy, you better stop it. Yeah, come on now, because I watch the sports too, and I ain't never heard of this fool till he got with her.
Come on now.
He the safety. Look, y'all, I know the names of the quarterbacks, the running backs, the linebackers. I know very few names of any safeties on anybody NFL team. Nobody didn't know about him until her. And he gonna hold on tight for as long as he can. But she doing to me, she done did a Kiki Palmer. You get these men, you can't build no man, girl. You can't build him. He's showing false bravado already.
You better talk.
Already overly self-important, trying to match up to your greatness.
And dim your light. This man said, listen, I don't even just have a problem with him saying he did catch. I got a problem with a lot of things he said. When I saw that she had so many fathers, then I knew she was somebody. He said I wasn't giving in until this, that, and the other.
That part bothered me too. I really didn't want to. I'm trying to go ahead and do my thing and all this other kind of crap.
Right.
It's not giving, being ready to be dedicated to what it takes to be in a whole marriage. It's just not for me. I wish them the best though. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. E, you're up.
Well, he's not trying to be anybody's husband because he's trying to be somebody's wife. Now, you mentioned that he's been in the NFL since 2018. Yeah, he was on the practice team. He wasn't a decorated football player. His football career is very lackluster, let's be clear. But like I said, I want to take a different direction. This is coming. I have to fault Simone for this because in that interview, Simone says, in a few years, People won't even remember me being an Olympian. I'm paraphrasing. She said they'll know me as Jonathan Owen's wife. Girl, who? I won't. I don't know who this person is. Girl, you were on the Wheaties box. Simone, here we go again. Low self-esteem here.
Yep.
But Diva, I need you to add some extra time on the clock because here we go. I'm about to go do my little rant. So to all the pick-me's and the mammies in the chat, you might as well go get yourself an oatmeal pie from the cupboard. Go warm up your leftovers from Christmas. Put another load in the washing machine if you have to.
I'm getting me some banana
But keep
pudding.
your obsolete rhetoric and depressive, oppressive, delusional blind girl ideals away from me. I only want to have real talk about this. Women do other women a disservice by going around and advocating on behalf of men in a society which is already patriarchal. Diva has it in the title. It's a man's world. So when we say the man is the prize, too many mothers advocating for their young sons to consider themselves a prize rather than to consider themselves a protector and a provider for their future family. Everything that Jonathan Owens is not. It's why we have so many straight men right now who swear they like women, but will grow their hair long to the crack of their backs, get their highlights and all kinds of colors put in, wear their man purse, their platform sneakers, put on their skinny jeans. They so into skincare, eyelashes, and fingernails and can tell you all about a lace front more than a regular female. You understand? This is why we have this sassy apocalypse going on right now. Men sitting around under their mothers all day and being taught to be prim and proper. Okay, be clear. Men have always thought they were the prize. Anyway, they already thought that. Okay, we live in a society where it is normalized that we should love our sons, but we raise our daughters. We raise our daughters so much so. This is why Black women are the more educated women in our communities, and we out-earn our male counterparts in the Black community despite wage inequality. We train our daughters to protect and provide for themselves because everybody knows, and everybody knows. Depending on a Black man for your survival in this life, it's risky. It's risky business. And fathers who are involved in their daughter's life teach them that you have to have your own because men know other men and other men know and will say to their daughters, if you depend on the Black man for your survival, that it's going to be risky. You have to have your own. The only people who don't know that are the people who attack me every week for saying the same damn thing. And I don't want to hear any of that nonsense. Oh, I have a son and I have a daughter. I raised them the same. Don't personalize it. I'm talking in general as a majority. Black men cost the United States economy $50 billion a year. Don't tell me about your son, your father, or your husband. I'm telling you on average, Black men represent the smallest percentage of men in the United States other than Asians, Hawaiians, and Alaskan natives, but still account for the highest batch of men who are unemployed, uneducated, and the most divorced. And that's just a fact. White women are divorcing Black men just as fast as Black women. And for a group of men who refer to themselves as kings and bedazzle their egos with this phantom eggplant trophies that they love to, give themselves credit for, they have the audacity to call themselves a prize. Now, this is outrageous to me, but let's wrap it on back to Simone, because Simone Biles' man is no prize. He is a clout chaser. He is an energy vampire. He said it in that interview, I'm very competitive. She doesn't like to be competitive with me, but I like to be competitive with her. He wants to compete with her over sports. Nigga, how you going to compete? Excuse me. How can you compete with that? She's the most decorated Olympian in our time right now. And you haven't even won a Super Bowl. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I watched that interview twice and the man said he was only interested in messaging this Black girl back because she had a lot of followers. And when you look at his previous dating history, he doesn't like the Black girls like that. He's never dated a Black girl like Simone. And you know why he never dated a Black girl like Simone? Because he was interested in putting himself in a position of power, and the white woman was supposed to take him there. Now, I can only go by what he's shown me. And he made it clear from the beginning. He said, this girl chased me. That's why I told you all in the beginning about how we raise these sons. Don't tell your son he's a prize, because that's not his place in society. His place in our Black community is supposed to be a protector and a provider for his family. This man sat on somebody's internet and said, I was afraid. She chased after me. She drove 45 minutes to come and see me. I was fighting it. That's what he said. I was afraid to commit. He also said he is currently seeing a therapist for imposter syndrome because he feels like an imposter. I don't know if you all love the internet so much. Go down and Google what that is. He also said in that interview, he always felt awkward. He felt out of place. He said he was unsure of himself. So these are the type of men who think that they are the prize, but they want to secure these women who have it all going on. Simone has her stuff together, right? Simone has her money. She has her career. She's training 6 hours a day. And he said himself, oh, I'm just sitting around. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to find my energy. I'm trying to find my inspiration. He's looking for inspiration in this woman while she's looking for inspiration within herself. Okay? That is an insult. Okay? And even if everything that he said was true, because I don't know, because he said him and Simone still argue about it to this day. So I don't know if it's true, but just the fact that he put it out there, just as a husband, you would say that your wife drove 45 minutes to see you. That's unsafe. And he said he never mentioned one thing about protecting or providing for her. He never said that she was beautiful, ever. I never heard him compliment her looks. He never said she was smart. He never said she was caring. He never complimented any of her domestic skills about she showing up to his game. She showed up to his interview today. She didn't have to show up to that interview. She was sitting there right in the background, smiling and cheering him on because she knows that he's dealing with imposter syndrome and she knows he is lacking. And he's using her as a punching bag. So when Leo said she'll give him, maybe he didn't know. And Leo, I'm not picking on you. I'm just saying that's the last thing I heard you say. She maybe will give him credit. Maybe he didn't know who she was in the beginning. But Diva, I'm telling you right now, he knows who she is right now. And he didn't mention anything about it. He never said, I'm so proud of my wife for everything that she has accomplished. So listen, he's still not impressed with her. Because the only thing that he has to say about her right now, when we go out, people know her. They want me to take the picture. He's still only recognizing the status that she brings to him and not the value that she brings to him as a woman, as the future mother to his children. He's playing in her face and she's going along for the ride.
You better say it, E. You know,
and she's smiling and grinning the whole time, looking all crazy.
That part. I did watch the whole interview and I was appalled. I didn't want to dig all up in him, but I was appalled. But again, what can I say? This girl was sitting there. So I'm thinking to myself, well, respectfully, who raised you? That you think that this is it and all you could get. And this man ain't saying nothing behind your back. He's saying it all to your face. Again, the paraphrase was, she chased me and I gave in because when I saw how many followers she had, I knew she was somebody. This came out of this man's mouth. This is not us putting 20 on 10. Throw up the red flags. I mean, God darn it, it's a man's world. You can kiss my behind. I don't need nobody by my side that bad. But she's standing by her man. Espar, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, you better preach, Miss E. Happy holidays, Diva. Listen.
Thank you,
Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button because you're cheating the Diva right now. Okay? Yes. But it's a mess. It's a whole hot mess. And you know, a lot of people say this, and the Black women are the least to be married. Maybe because we're not taking all the nonsense. You know, and I hate to say it, I didn't have time to put her on here on the docket tonight. But Onika Hart, Kevin Hart's wife, she another one. Taking it on the chin, day and night, night and day. This man running the streets. But you know what I'll never understand? How you meet a man that has a wife. He cheats on said wife, or if you want to pretend he didn't cheat, y'all wasn't together, y'all didn't get together until after he filed for divorce or was about to get divorced. Okay. But the way he deals with that ex-wife that has his kids, You better take note of that, because that's who that man is. I don't care what happened between him and that wife. I'm not under my watch. Am I going to be sitting with you and you doing the ex-wife dirty with your kids? I'm not doing that. Where they do that at? Because I know in the back of my head, if you could do that to her, you most certainly could do it to me. I'm not going to be any different. Why? Because you liking me at the moment? Brandon, thank you so much for the super chat. E, you better tell it like St. Peter wrote it. Come on now. It's a shame. He sat there, like you said, never once did this man say anything like, I love my wife, she's gorgeous, she's a catch too. I could have got with him. He said we was both a catch to each other. Tay, you're up.
You know, Diva, I'd rather be single myself. I don't need no man.
Come on now.
Come on, Tay.
Come on
And
now.
tell her that. I'm just thinking myself, Diva. He probably want her money and her stash because she worked hard for that. Are you kidding me? Tell her that, Diva. If he's desperate, somebody tell me. I wasn't married to nobody using my status, my money, my everything, my followers. Oh no, homeboy. You got to do it yourself. Because I'm an independent woman, okay? I don't need no man.
Ooh.
And that's my dog right there.
Boom, and there it is. Okay. Savannah, you're up.
You know what is hurtful is that when these young ladies, when these black women get to these level of success and allow males to embarrass them or cost them endorsement deals, it puts them, it just makes them, it diminishes them at a level that it just embarrasses them. And I don't know anyone on this side of the earth who did not know who Simone Biles was. And there was even tweets or posts that this man had that he had posted, knowing who Simone Biles was. So he was even caught in lies that he had posted. He knew who Simone was. So I just think that being that she had such a traumatic childhood, um and because he is the color of his skin and the color of his eyes, and he is an attractive male and she is a very beautiful young lady, I think, and they make a gorgeous couple, and I do believe they love each other. I just think that they gravitated to each other, and then she accepted it. But I think it is very problematic with his statements that he said, and she accepted it. I think that the backlash is very warranted and hurtful, and I did go back and see and see the interview twice, because I saw Ryan's comments afterwards, and I was trying to see, because he's saying that it was we weren't that the backlash wasn't warranted. But I was trying to see where his where it wasn't justified, but I wasn't catching where he was saying. So I was trying to give them some grace, but everything that he was saying, we only know him as Simone Biles' husband. I still don't know Jonathan Owens. I only know him as Simone Biles' husband. I don't know him as anything else. So my heart goes out to her. So I do believe she's gonna have a hard fall in a few years, just as our next subject will as well.
Ooh, ooh. You know that everybody's saying they think the backlash is overkill, right? And perhaps it is, but see, if you are a celebrity in this time, and if you don't know how the internet could lose their mind, and you still want to just recklessly go to podcasts and start to running your mouth, then I gotta say, shame on you. Shame on you. You're not going to catch me with the nonsense. No, I'm not answering that. Or if I do answer, no, me and my husband together, we was a catch to each other. You better get you some media people in training. Mm-hmm.
And stop saying that we jealous of Simone. That's ridiculous.
That's
we
it.
don't want him. Thanks.
Come on, increase matters. That's total insanity. You gotta. My thing is, listen to the whole interview. Listen to the entire interview. A lot of times, I didn't just catch the clip. So what happens is when I pull these stories together, I be behind the scenes doing research on the whole thing. Listen to the whole thing, because sometimes you may listen to a clip and you hear something out of context. The man he didn't know who she was. He didn't know who she was. But then he told on himself. But then I went and I saw that she had a lot of followers, so I felt like she was somebody. Stop. In my opinion, you're up.
Okay, so let's be clear. First of all, I think that was taken completely out of context. First of all, this man was a honor roll student throughout high school and college. Graduated with honors from Missouri Western College. He went to Catholic school. He was an amazing football player. I'm not finna take nothing away from this man. You may not have known him before he got with Simone. He was known. Okay, that boy, he is the fourth of his children, of his mother's children. He lost his father in 2017. All I'm saying is this was taken out of context. We teach our children they are the prize, okay? He's not saying she wasn't a prize just because he said he was a prize. He wasn't taking nothing away from her. That man loves that girl. And if you watch them, their relationship blossom, you will see that he loves that girl. He puts her on a pedestal. She's there every game of his. She kisses him, she hugs him, everything. His mother has an autoimmune disease to where she can't even walk sometimes. He takes care of his mother too. His mother struggled to get him through that Catholic school, knowing that she wanted better for her son. So I don't think he took nothing away from her. And that was the reason why she was standing by her man, because she knew what he meant. Yes, it may have came off the wrong way to everybody else, but that's because everybody on these social media streets, every time somebody says something, we find a reason to say, oh, well, we got to put them down. Or, you know what I'm saying? You got to make room for somebody to make a mistake. If it was taken out of context, that's one thing. You ain't never seen him put her hands on her. You ain't never seen her looking like she was abused or mistaken or none of that. He's not did none of that. They've been dating since 2020. They started dating when it was the pandemic. He also said, wasn't nothing open. She had to drive 45 minutes just to get to him. That was because he was dedicated and he was in training camp at the time. He couldn't leave. So she drove 45 minutes to get to him. I guess it was a problem with that too. Because people been dragging him. Well, why did she come 45 minutes for a man? He must have been a scrub. He signed $1 million. He signed over $1 million deal for Green Bay Packers. Okay. And he wasn't always a safety. He was actually a running back. He broke his wrist. And as a result, he could not be that running back anymore. He also had a knee injury. So this boy was known before then. He wasn't always on the short list. I don't understand. I really don't.
I hear you, in my opinion, and thanks for bringing the other side into the building. Sandy, 2 cents. Thank you for the super chat. Simone diminishes herself for an NFL player nobody knows. She will never be known as his wife. She's an icon. I hear you, in my opinion. This is just generically. I got to throw this back into the conversation.
They sitting there calling that man Miss Biles. If that's not the stupidest, the diminishing thing that you can do, if you respect that woman, you gonna call him Miss Biles? No.
Shouldn't it be equal respect, though, in my opinion? He out of his own mouth said that, I'm trying to get back to the words where he said, he started checking for her once he went to her social media and saw that she was somebody. I didn't know who she was. Hold on one second. I didn't know who she was at the time. But like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she's got to be good. You said yourself this man was a scholar in high school and in college.
Diva, the site that they own, you have to be referred to it. So everybody on there is famous.
But he went to her Instagram.
He said out of his own mouth. He didn't know.
I'm just saying, if you know anything about the Riot app or whatever, you have to have somebody that's famous to put you on to the app. It's a referral only.
Boom, in my opinion, that leads towards what we're trying to say. You didn't know who she was, but you can't be on that site without being somebody.
And he was on the site too, but that's what I'm saying, Diva. He was on the site too. So evidently somebody thought he was somebody too. Just because
he went to her Instagram. He went to her Instagram.
No, but stop there. I'm saying this. I'm saying just because somebody say I don't know them and I went and did research and now I know that they are somebody, doesn't mean that I'm taking anything away from her. I just didn't know who she was. Now in research, I found out who she is. You do your research when you're dating somebody, right?
I hear you, in my opinion, but I'll say this. I wouldn't sit next to my boyfriend, let alone my husband, and be a nobody face talking about, I'm the catch.
I tell you what, when his football career is over, that boy gonna have a slamming career because he is a graduate, okay? And he graduated with pre-physics and sports management doctor.
All right, let me get to Felicia. You're up.
Dear God in heaven, I love opinion, but let's get real clear. This Western Missouri piece of ish school is just that. It ain't nothing to talk about, okay? I could go get online and go get myself a doctorate in, sports management in an undergrad and whatever. It's going to cost me about $13,000 and it'll be all right. So let's get that off the table. Let's talk about this NFL career because I'm going on what you said, opinion. He got 14 broken wrists, 3 busted down knees, and some ankles that ain't working so good. Okay, so there go the NFL career. So we're not going to be looking at nothing long term. Yeah, he signed an NFL contract for 2 years for $1.3 million. In the level of relevance in terms of money, that was no money. He might as well have gone and he would have done probably far better in the NCAA. So no, I don't judge people on that stuff, but that's what's being thrown at me. I judge people on the words they say. Because above all else, the power of the tongue.
Come on now.
The power of the word is what I stand on. I don't give a damn about your degree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if your mama had 16 children and 23 different diagnoses. No, I don't. But it's the words you use. Especially when you're describing someone you love.
Come on now. Woo, let me sit up.
Now, I got a problem with Simone's husband. I've got to give it to E tonight. She going 2 for 2. I didn't hear. Oh, my goodness. When I first met my beautiful petite wife, I said to myself, wow, what power in such a small woman. She is world famous gymnast. I gotta go with Dustin. If you don't know nothing about no Olympics, if you don't know nothing about somebody on a balance beam or some kind of dance routine, you've seen a clip of this little girl going out here flying, jumping, leaping. She had 7 medals around her neck in one go, but you don't know her because you was on the at the NFL practice in your books. Yeah, okay. So let's talk about these NFL players. What topic was that we had? When we was talking about what go on with these athletes on these college campuses and in these games and where the players are going for the hotels and who's down there meeting them. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but a whole bunch of women lined up to meet these players. But he was so involved in his game that he didn't hear about this tiny powerhouse. And even after he had an opportunity to meet her and he gets to speak about her, he has nothing complimentary, nothing gracious, nothing about his blessing or how awesome. No, I'm still trying to figure out how I got caught. No, man, you out of line. I feel so sorry for Simone because wherever she believes, she heard what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And that was hurtful. So no, he was wrong. He was right. When you get in front of these media people, be mindful of what you say.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to open up and give all of your inner gutter feelings about your, what you're not so certain about. You give us the presentation up front. I love my wife. Isn't she beautiful? She's gorgeous. She's so supportive. No, we don't hear that. You talking about you the catch. She ran you down. You still don't know how it happened. You're wrong. I hope they go get counseling.
Yeah.
Because they're going to need it.
That's facts. That's facts. When random for people I love, it slips out my mouth very easily. Very nice things I could say about them. This your wife. You lay in the bed next to her every night. And I'm sorry, pandemic or not, can't leave camp or not. Everything was closed. There was some stuff open, and I'm driving 45 minutes down the road by myself to come to you. Julius, you're up. Wait, hold on. I need somebody maybe drop down and come back up for Emmanuel, because Emmanuel talking about social media loves to tear down marriages. Social media can't tear down a strong marriage. Not ever. And you see that she said they thick as thieves.
So,
Emmanuel, come up here.
I
don't know who this is now.
I'll mute.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Julius. Go ahead.
Media training. He needs media training. I know for a fact that they actually have a baby together. But if my partner who
got a baby? Excuse me, I'm sorry. Who got a baby together?
Yeah, I was going to ask.
I believe they have a baby together. I think.
No, they do not.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
They don't. Oh,
no.
I thought she was pregnant. Oh, my bad. I think if my partner, who's supposed to be my partner in life, to say he's in competition with me, I would have to do some rediscovering, rethinking, regrouping. But if they had a conversation before this interview, I mean, that's them, but I know how I would feel, and it will be a little bit of a sideways look. And so that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Increased Matter says, unfortunately, social media is full of lonely, miserable people. Increased Matters, okay, if you think so. Where am I at? Denzel, you're up.
This is a mess. This is a mess. First of all, that's his wife.
Right.
That's his wife. And then what's crazy to me is that when he said about how many followers she got,
Mm-hmm.
I got confused because I'm like, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, dude. So I hope he did not get with her just because she got a lot of followers. I hope that's not what he got with her for. I really hope not. And I hope I'm wrong, but he seems like an opportunist.
Mm.
But I really hope I'm wrong on that because they do look good together. They do look good together. And, you know, I hope they get some therapy and work. I hope they can fix this.
Mm-hmm.
But what he needs to understand is that sometimes it's best to shut up.
Mm-hmm. Silence is golden.
Come on,
Like cat like
Denzel.
right, exactly, Diva. Like Kathy Hilton, like Kathy Hilton said,
Mm-hmm.
silence is golden. So, you know, do I believe he loves her? I do believe he does,
Mm-hmm.
but he should have been careful what he said
Mm-hmm.
because it's out there. It's out there on the internet, so it's out there. So I hope he apologized to her
Mm-hmm.
for what he said, and she needs to watch him. She needs to have her eyes on him. You know she needs to have her eyes on him. But I hope he learns his lesson and be careful. People need to be careful what they say because it could damage a person, and he probably don't know that might have hurt her feelings. You know, so he got to he don't know how that affected her. So that being said, I wish them well
Mm-hmm.
and God bless them, but he needs to be careful what he say about his wife. And that's it, and that's all, Diva.
I appreciate you.
No
So
problem.
the idea that the people are saying that the social media likes to tear down the marriage, we don't know nothing until y'all open your mouths.
Diva, I sent you some of his social media and you see what he's saying about it. So you need to look at that.
Wait, say that again.
Check your phone.
Okay, I gotta go get my phone. Okay, but I
Because
just
you say you go on the words that they say. So I think you should check out his social media to see the words that he say about her.
well, no, listen. I've been to his social media. Hold on, because I have it up. Because I pulled it up to see how many subscribers he had versus her, since he the one that said about the followers. He has
And he just
400.
added her name right there in the bio where it says wife, because
Yeah,
it didn't say that 2 days ago.
it
He
did
just
not.
added that.
You better talk, E.
But those photos that's been on there for a while says it all, okay? And he never puts her down. He always gives her praises.
Yeah, because she his job. She cute.
They cute together, but let's be clear. We didn't make this up. We didn't just decide it. We didn't wake up to say, we want to hate on this little young couple here. We did not. We're going by his words in his interview. But we'll carry on. I hear y'all. We'll carry on. Emmanuel, you're in the building. What do you want to say?
Thank you, because I've been jumping out my seat with this story.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I really hate social media sometimes. To all the people who are attacking Jonathan on social media,
Uh-huh.
if they aren't married, I think they should keep their comments to themselves, because no one knows what goes on in a marriage but the two people in it. And here's the thing. He may not have known who she was because not everybody watches gymnastics. I don't watch gymnastics. But let me tell you this. I've seen a lot of people saying, she's Simone Biles. She won so many titles and so many championships. None of that really matters. When the lights go off and it's just the two of them in the house, it's just both of them. There's not going to be no social media, no fans, none of that.
Mhm.
And if y'all think that a woman is better than a man because she has accomplished more than he has, that mentality is going to cause you to have problems in all of your relationships. A successful relationship, a woman can never think that she's better than the man. I'm telling y'all that right now. You
But
gotta
the
give him
man
his.
could think he's better than the woman. He said he's the catch. So that's cool, Emmanuel.
I will agree that maybe he didn't use his words as well as he should have, but sometimes that's what happens. We get caught up in what we're saying and we're not able to express everything. But you can't reduce a marriage to an hour interview or to a little clip that's going around on social media. It's just.
We watched the interview though, Emmanuel. So, but I'm gonna let you finish. Jonah, thank you so much for the super chat. His problems is he talks down too much. Let's pray things work out. He is being judged by what came out of his mouth. That's all we trying to say right now. He's being judged by what came out of his mouth. We didn't just wake up and decided, you know what, we want these two on trending topics and we're gonna put 20 on 10. Out of his mouth, he said, I went to her social media. And when I saw she had a lot of followers, I was like, whoa.
No, Diva, he said, I realized she was somebody.
Woo! Oh, my God.
So Emmanuel's talking about you can't judge somebody on, who they are, because when the lights go out, it's just you and them. But he wasn't looking for a woman for when the lights come out.
Oh!
He was looking for somebody that was somebody.
Yes.
You better tell it, Felicia. You better tell it. These are the words that came out of this man's mouth, her husband. And so you're saying that, woman can't think this, that, and the other. Well, Simone is not, but her man is.
Hello. Now we getting to the next level. Let's start thinking. Not about when the lights go out.
I'm gonna hurt you. I cannot. But you better come on. They said, come on, Felicia. You better tell it. We're not making this up, yo. We're not putting 2110. He can have 1,000 pictures of her on the social media. We're telling you what came out of this man's mouth, and I don't think it was a slip of words because y'all said the man is intelligent.
I think y'all are misconstruing that point. When he said, I found out she was someone, that doesn't mean that's why he dated her. It's just, maybe he was just saying, oh, I realized that she was actually famous. I didn't know she was, but then I saw her social media and I found out that she was.
Let me back this up and let me tell you a tidbit that, in my opinion, dropped in there. She said the dating website they was on, you can't get on that site if you diva. The only way you on that site is if you are somebody in the entertainment world. So what are we doing here? You want to keep playing with the words that came out of his mouth, or you want to take his words for what they were and let the truth be the truth and shame the devil? What you want to do, Emmanuel? You standing your ground?
Let me just say this.
Yeah,
I'm standing mine because Simone said she supports her husband and everything he said in that interview.
Yeah, and he really is a good guy, as in my opinion, broke it down for us just a while ago. And I just want to end by saying this. A wife just needs her husband, and it's a different type of need. It doesn't revolve around fame or none of that. It is not about clout. And I'm getting very tired of the bashing of men in our current society, because men are more likely to be the victims of crime and hurt themselves. This is the perfect example of why. Because men are clowned, they're made fun of, and women now think that men are inferior to them and that the men are unnecessary. At the end of the day, these are two people that are married, and I'm happy for any couple, especially a couple of color, that's happy. And I just don't see the need for people to be commenting on a relationship that's not theirs. It's
So let me ask you this: when they dragged Jada through the streets for filth, nobody cared. She's a married woman.
She was dragging her husband, though.
Oh, okay. So he's not dragging his wife. Did he just misspoke? And Jada just dragging Will Smith for filth, and she does everything terrible to Will Smith. So we're gonna pick and choose how and when we drag, and who marriage really matters, and who doesn't. That's what we're doing. All right. I just needed to.
I'm just saying, if the wife doesn't find anything offensive about it, then how are we supposed to find something offensive about it? If she like it, I love it. Everybody's marriage is not the same, and only between those two people. And if they like it, I love it for them. I ain't say I would be okay with my husband saying that, nor do I think my husband would ever say that. I'm just saying, if she's supporting her husband, she sat right there and smiled the whole time that he was talking. That's the whole point. She sat there, she smiled, she didn't say a word. She didn't say, no, he's not, he's lying on me. She didn't speak up at all. She sat there and smiled. And when the controversy came out, she said, are y'all done? I'm over this. That is my husband, and I support him full-heartedly. And I sent you the article because she's been on there behind all the time. And that's all I'm saying. It's like, why are we dragging them if she's fine with it?
Well, I'd like to answer that. I'll answer that with Gabrielle Union. She was smiling for a while. Then we heard she paying 50-50. There's a break, baby. And everybody need to know that. Well, well, they're not married. But Kiki told us to mind her business. Then she said, yo, I got to go to the police. I done got beat in the head. He done put hands on my throat. He choking me, like cussing my mama. Oh, wait, what happened? Oh, Cardi said, oh, her husband celebrating his birthday with a whole van of hoes. And I hate him. We gonna get a divorce. Listen,
and they was together on Christmas. So if they like it, I love it.
Let them do what Leo say. Keep us out of the group chat. Steven said, you don't want us in your marriage, in your business, in your bed. Stay off of these trashy YouTube streets. Because there's folks like me that got free time, and we going to comment on your BS.
You better talk about it.
You want to drag you by your baby hairs if necessary.
That part, we're gonna have you on trending topics. We're gonna keep it 100. And listen, and again, he could be a very nice guy. I'm not trying to take that away from him, but right now, all I'm dealing with is the words that came out of his mouth.
Okay, so when he said, I'm a catch. Should he have said, oh, I'm such a loser. I suck.
You see, Emmanuel, don't do that because you smarter than that. Don't do that.
Missing the point. Ain't nobody coming for that.
Look, I'm happy that he has a good self-esteem to call himself a catch. I think a lot of us should have.
But then y'all was mad at Jonathan Majors when he said, I'm a man. What are y'all doing here? Come on now. We got to keep it 100. Felicia, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, I got time today. Okay, we got time.
We got time today.
See, we want to pick and choose who can uplift themselves and who cannot. Jonathan Major said, I'm a good man. He wanted his boo to be like Coretta in Michelle Obama.
And I agree with him.
And I support him.
People fell out in the streets. Fell out.
No, me and Felicia was the only one on the train. We believed him the whole time.
Well, hold on. People fell out in the streets. Now this man is saying, he's the catch. Not saying anything about his wife. And she's sitting there smiling.
They all do. To break points. And then we got to hear about them having to get up every day to go find work, have a job, because they got to pay 50-50.
You better tell her, Felicia. Listen, Tiana tell her too. She was 10 toes down. We're getting the divorce, but nobody cheated. Then she files the paperwork down at the courthouse, and she wants us now back in the chat saying, oh, he was cheating the whole time.
Oh, somebody posted in the chat.
And matter of fact, he's a no good daddy.
Hold on, they say Candy and Todd get dragged all the time.
All the time. They married. So what we doing?
We're lying.
That's what. Come on now. We're lying. Come on now, Felicia. I appreciate you. That's what's going on here. We lying and we doing the foolery. But you know what? Let's move on to the next couple. Let's see what y'all got to say about Miss Tamar Braxton.
Some more foolery.
More foolery. So this man, he got with her arch enemy almost, Tommy Lee. And I believe her when she said the man told her all Tamar's good business. We didn't know that Tamar was living with the mom when she got robbed. And she was living with the mom because before that she was living with JR. And when JR and her broke up and he told her to get out, he put all her stuff in the garbage bag. She had the stuff in her trunk. She destroyed. She over there with Mama Braxton. He puts out this statement about good energy and all this other nonsense. Then next thing you know, they back together. She on the stage talking about, y'all thought I was going to let my good man go with a crackhead? Now it's Christmas. He got the ring under the tree, and she good. Let's get into this Tamar story. Let me bring up Tamar. If you at the Christmas tree and it's a little box and you are female and the little box came from your man, you could probably almost guess what it was. But we're gonna roll with Tay Tay.
A merry little Christmas. May your heart be glad.
I gotta close the music down. She's standing in. There go her ring.
I can't.
Me either, too.
3 months ago, we thought we hated each other and we were completely over. Here we are at the Simple Football game box you got for your birthday in one real hard conversation. We knew that whatever happened in the past was just that, and anything other than us and our family only mattered. So the truth is, we don't care if anyone disagrees with it. We choose to love each other out loud and proud because we found something worth fighting for and forgiving each other for every day in front and behind the scenes. I love you my entire heart, and from now on, our troubles are miles away. I'm having myself a Merry Christmas now, honey. Tay Tay. Okay, she her man, she always with Mama Braxton. Mama Braxton and her. Here we go.
Ooh, is that proper? You gonna marry me? Oh,
Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Huh?
Oh my God.
I do right this time? Is that beautiful? Is that beautiful?
You Oh my God. Please go power beamer. Ah, where'd it go?
Merry Christmas, my love.
Wait. I got it. Logan, what is that?
God is so good in 2024 will be magical. Holla, Tamar is engaged again. Dustin?
Yeah, I agree. I'm happy for Tamar Braxton, but I'm going to say, and I'm going to say this lightly, this is just how I feel, but I don't have to agree with it. How many times has she been engaged to the same person, and then she calls it off, and then she gets again? Now, how many times are you going to do this, Tamar? I'm happy for you, but I don't want you to do it again. So I want you to be, this time I want you to be the final time, and I want you to be able to get married to him and be happy for the rest of your lives. But don't keep calling it off and don't do it again.
Yeah, listen. Leo, Tamar. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's just my opinion on it, Dave. And I want to get your opinion about that.
I appreciate you. Leo, what's your thoughts?
Child, these people here, once again, they done entered us in the chat because they posting their mess on the Instagram. I just, Tamar, girl, if she has been in the dating game, in my opinion, long enough to understand the play that's being made here. He did some questionable things with Tommy Lee, and he cleaning it up with a ring. He totally, once again, I'm not fit to be bothered with nobody that's going to embarrass me all in the public. He totally embarrassed her, put her business out. I believe he was running his mouth to Tommy Lee about what was going on. And he's trying to clean it up. And girl, you need to seek you some therapy quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And stop falling for the I deeply believe that Tamar wants to be wanted by a man, and it's looking like now any man.
Yeah.
And that,
With this man with this full comb over, like girl.
and
Not
I
the
just want
comb
to.
over. Yes, go ahead.
I just want to say that something after Leo. I just want to say that is very sad. You know, to be with just to be trying to be happy to be with anybody. I said it earlier before, and I said, if you're not happy, why would you do this? Why would you keep going and going and going on over again? So I want you to be happy this one time, and I want you to realize that you don't need a man to be happy. Sometimes you're happy by yourself. So if you're not happy, please end it for the final time and don't do this again.
Yeah. Go ahead, finish up, Leo.
And what I really need for her to do is, right, don't move back in this man's house.
She already there.
Oh, God. Stay with your mama. Build your own. Have your own place to stay. Because I remember her having her own place to stay. So she gave up her place and moved in with him. And he ain't even your husband. So he can put you out anytime he want to. And then you get ready to do that a second time. Girl, you too old to keep going through this, and you got a child. Girl, this is it's too much. I can't with you, Tamar. Then you want to get into these public beefs with people on the internet. You want to be somewhere running your mouth on Dish Nation, being a whole hot, stinking mess on Dish Nation. And she about to be on Braxton Family Values again somewhere, giving her whole life. I can't with her. She's exhausting, and I really need for her to get me out the chat. Excuse me, let me alone, and just go somewhere and get your whole life together.
Your whole entire life together. He has, I think, 5 children and 4 baby mothers.
And baby mama drama.
Baby mama drama. Because one of them already done told her off the first time those two was in a relationship. So she's engaged to him the second time around. Tamar got engaged to Jeremy J.R. Robinson for the second time, just 2 months after ending their first engagement. The Braxton Family Values alum announced the news with 2 Instagram videos on Christmas morning. The first video showed Braxton standing wearing Christmas pajamas while she unwrapped a tiny blue box. She held her mouth open in shock as she saw a massive oval engagement ring. In the second video, Robinson, who was matching in his Christmas pajamas, got down on one knee besides the Christmas tree and put the ring on Braxton while sharing a sweet kiss and a long hug at the end. 3 months ago, we thought we hated each other. What happened in 3 months? Did y'all get counseling? And one conversation and you realized the hate was gone? She's 46, okay? They rekindled their relationship. She don't care who doesn't like it. That's the ring right there, okay? Maybe this wedding is going to happen on the renewal of Braxton Family Values. I don't know. It's going to be a mess. And he wrote Tamar and JR in the Robinson family, okay? He first proposed to her when they did that show, Queen's Court. And I want to say down here it tells he has 5 children with 4 different women. She got to share energy with these 4 baby mamas. Those are 2 of his children right there. And that's her son right there that she had with Vince. She got a long road ahead of her. I wish her well, though. Where we at? E, you're up. Brandon, thank you so much for the super chat. That's so romantic. Don't hate me, Diva. I'm a Carrie Bradshaw. When a man proposes, you say yes. The wedding can always be called off later. OMG. I appreciate your super chat. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to be Team Brandon on that one because I definitely believe you should always get the ring. However, I'm really big on what the expression of children are, because the children are the greatest or they can be the greatest judges of character. And when you showed that video, Diva, and we saw Logan come around the corner and look at that box, Logan was not impressed. It was like Logan had seen that ring before. Logan was so not impressed. He turned back around and finished doing what he was doing, child. And I just want to just give my synopsis, because what does Felicia always say? The tongue is very powerful. Okay. And I remember when Tamar dogged her sisters out for the way they conducted themselves in their marriage. Tamar talked about Tracy's husband cheating and him going to jail when nobody knew about it. Tamar talked about Tony's and Tawanda's husband not being able to keep a job, either one of them. She talked about Trina's cheating ex-husband, rest in peace, and talked about Trina having herpes. Tamar told all her sisters' business on that show. Then bam, what happened? Here goes Mama Evelyn down to the TMZ, caught by the airport. Caught at the airport, and she was crying. She had to lock herself in the bedroom with Logan while Tamar was running around the house trying to get away from Vince because he was trying to bite her finger off, or however the story went, allegedly. So again, I'm bringing that up because of Logan, okay? Because Logan is with her through all of this, and he was less than impressed with that ring. So let's fast forward. Tamar said, I ain't done with the black cane yet. This time, instead of a black African American, I'll get me an African man this time. I remember she was with that man. During this time, Tamar was getting into it, but not only her sisters this time. She was still getting into it with them, but she got into it with the people at The Real, Adrian Bailon, Jeannie Ma. She was into it with Tiny and Toya, Candy and Todd, and even the singer Monica, if y'all remember. Oh yeah, she was fighting with everybody. Then bam! What happened? TMZ reporting Tamar and that man got into a fight in the car. He smacked her or whatever. And she took a bunch of pills and she was at the hospital, right? Or however the story when she wanted to delete herself. So this is the recurring pattern. Her son saw all of this too, right? Okay, now let's bring us up to speed to Jeremy. So this time she says, I'll get me a white chocolate man. Because be clear, even though Jeremy is white, he grew up in black culture, right? And this has everything to do with it because he listens to rap music. Like you said, Diva, he got 4 baby mamas. I think he got 4 kids or 5 kids. So he wants to be like Future, right? He's always on Instagram. And so here we go again. What was Tamar doing this year and last year? Fighting with Candy and Todd again? Remember, it had gotten so bad. Jeremy, the white guy, done called Todd. Remember, you reported on that, Diva. He wanted to threaten Todd, and he had to check him. It was so bad, the OLGs was about to go down to Jeremy's law firm and throw black eyed peas and collard greens everywhere. Okay, so then Tamar was threatening who was she? She got into it with Candy and Todd, and then she got into it with Young Jeezy and Jeannie Ma. Remember, she was commenting on that divorce. Oh, it's real bad when a man files for divorce. Didn't she say that? Then what happened? Bam! Then here comes Jeremy. Jeremy's making the post, I had to let Tamar go, and we're no longer together. So this is her pattern. Her son is seeing all of this. Every time Tamar is into it with other people telling her own business, she's distracted. She's not sweeping around her own front door, and then her tea comes out. The man done put you out his house, took your enemy out to a basketball game, and then he wrote an entire dissertation about it on Instagram. Like, in my opinion, says, don't let a man tell you more than once he don't want you. Okay, so now this is the second time because now you done went back to him. Tommy done came out and said that he done ate her groceries. So what kind of food does Tamar look like now? That just happened a week ago, Diva. You reported on this a week ago, and now Tamar is up here on Christmas kissing the man on the lips.
That's it. Kissing him on the mouth and on the Instagram.
Kissing him in the mouth after he was just kissing Tommy's ass. Listen to me. Y'all can do what y'all want to. I heard people say, well, if she ain't mad, I ain't mad. But it's one thing for a man to have an affair with a woman you don't know. Now, that's already dirty. It's another when he has an affair with a woman you do know, and even worse, your enemy. That's called malice. He's being malicious. He intentionally tried to hurt you. And your son is just watching you go through all of these relationships, all of this drama. And then bam, you're going to be with a woman next year because Tamar can't keep no man like this. I'm not interested in watching Braxton Family Values because Tracy's not here anymore. And the way they treated Tracy, count me out. I won't be tuning in. But Tamar, I don't feel no sympathy.
Did I lose did I lose everybody?
No, I was finished.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
done with Tamar.
Okay. Listen, so you keep asking, you asked about Tamar and her finances. I think the whole family is bad with finances. Remember, Tony Braxton filed for bankruptcy a lot. They all were kind of financially strapped before they did Braxton Family Values. And remember, when the sisters all wanted to kind of gather together and band to get more pay, remember Tracy was like, I can't do this. I need to work. I need my check. So I think that they have issues with money. They got issues with money and they need to fix their money issues. So I remember after she won Big Brother, she said she was going to buy a house. Who knows? She probably didn't keep the house up and she lost the house. And like you said, the worst part is she got a son. She has got to do better. Constantly got to go live with Mama Braxton. I cannot. Julia Sherrod.
Oh, she a whole hot mess. 1 minute she can't stand the man. By the way, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
1 minute she can't stand the man, then the next minute, oh, he's my baby. He's my husband to be. Ooh, I love him so much. He gave me my ring. Girl, miss me with the dang foolery with your no self-respect, self-love, self, no nothing heathen behind. Miss me with all of that. Shoo. Get you some sense. Listen, K. Michelle, I can see, like, I'm hearing K. Michelle's song in my head right now, Can't Raise No Man. But obviously, you can't raise no woman either. Look at this. Look at them. Two heathens made in heaven. I feel bad for her son, and I yield back.
I appreciate you. Tay, you're up.
Well, Diva, I got a song for this too.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, give me a second.
Tay, we waiting on you.
Oh, you didn't hear that, Diva?
No, I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's Bobby. What's his name? Start with the W word. And you think you're lonely now?
Oh,
wait.
That's the that's the
wait
tonight. Oh, shucks. Okay. All right. Okay, I heard
Bobby Womack.
And don't forget what Rita Franklin said. I never ever love a man the way that I love you. Rita Franklin. Remember that song, Diva?
I do.
So yeah, that's a 2 song for Tamar right there.
Okay, boom. There it is. Okay. In my opinion, you're up.
Diva, y'all got me tripping over here. And let me tell you, every time I heard you say bam, all I could think about was Emerald Lagasse, okay? Listen here. Tamar. I need Tamar to get into somebody rehab center, okay? Because I don't know what she's suffering with. But it ain't nothing we can talk about that's going to help this sis out, okay? She needs to be in somebody rehabilitation center and get their head checked out because she done lost all her marbles. It ain't no way in the world. That man sat here and told us he maliciously tried to break her.
Yeah.
He sat here and told you he tried to break you.
Yeah, he did.
And you let him back into your life so he could do it again. He said, I ain't break her enough. Let me get back in your life and break you even bad this time. I don't even want to see what's going to happen to Post this time. I have a feeling she's going to be unalived after the end of this situation because nobody's getting access no help. And I feel like Evelyn is doing a decent service because she's out there doing her books and getting her degrees and stuff, and she's living her best life, and her children are falling apart on these social media streets, and I do mean her children, okay? And then it's in plural because her sister ain't doing no better over there, okay? Her husband treating her bad too on Instagram. So I just don't know. All these women have some deep-seated issues with men, and I think it's because they saw their mama and their daddy going through their issues, and nobody got them no help. And so that's why they repeating these same bad habits with these same losers, because none of them have a successful relationship. And that's the sad part.
Oh my goodness. All right. Thanks in my opinion. Felicia, you're up.
Well, you know, I want to give some props to Tamar. I mean, and the family, because you know I've been blessed to have woken up many Christmas mornings, and me and my family have never looked as fabulous as that family. I mean, she had on the false eyelashes, full face makeup. They all had matching pajamas. The kids wasn't screaming. She knew whatever she was looking for under the tree. She knew exactly where to go. She gave us a really good performance there. There was no big, oh my goodness, you know, mommy, wake up, come downstairs. So I think a couple of people in the chat said that, you know, they just signed a contract or they're supposed to be going on to do their next reality piece. So this is a great piece for them in terms of, you know, pre-production, giving us a promo. Because I mean, if you take the time and you go back and look, I mean, Sister Girl, from the hair to the matching pajamas.
You're right. I didn't catch that. Face beat to the gods. You're right.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
She looked nothing like me, you know, with her hair all crooked. You got cold in your eye. You're asking people, what is it? What is it? I got to go find, you know. No, they look great. So this, even the gifts, no, there wasn't any wrapping paper on the floor. There wasn't a whole, but no, all the gifts was in nice bags. The lighting was perfect. So they got something right. All that other stuff from what was it? Opinion 4 days ago, 6 days. None of that mattered. You know, this was the promo. So she wants you all to tune in and catch the new season. Nothing there was a surprise. I wouldn't be at all thrown if that was a loaner ring from some jeweler because they had this piece set up. I mean, even look at did anybody look at those photographs, or it was just me? The way she took, I mean, her nail polish was perfect. She wasn't cleaning up the day before. Nothing was off.
I saw the nail polish, Felicia. It was beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. So I want to give her kudos on that. That was great. I thought the presentation was fantastic. I really did.
Yeah, you're right. You make a good point there. Yeah, they did a nice presentation and performance, and she was ready. Absolutely. And like I said, a little box, and you know what that little box is.
They couldn't fool me.
When Felicia said it was a loaner ring, remember Tommy told us he likes to use his reward points.
Okay, now. I based on what they've taught me on these streets, that JR ain't got cash for no ring if it's real like that. You just don't.
He got it out the cereal box.
That looked like a Tiffany box. Was that a Tiffany box?
The ring was real now. The ring was real. Now, who he had to sign away for to get it, I don't know. So he sold one of his children. I don't know.
But he chased one of them. He got them emblem. You know, he do the emblem chasing. So
he does the what?
The emblem chasing law. You know,
I do right this time.
The lighting was perfect.
He won somebody case. He won somebody case finally to get the ring. Don't be mad when they repossessed it by Valentine's Day.
Oh, tears! Look at that face. That face beat to the gods, not a tear.
Look at
that thing is what?
Bling bling. No shock, no crying, no nothing.
See the picture.
What's that comment say right there, Diva? It says everything looked fun, but the
let me see it. Everything looked fun, but the engagement needs to be long. He publicly talked about you. Well, congrats.
Huh?
You just love Tamar and protected of
Did you right this time?
We need the music by Trina. Come on, sis.
Is that
It's
beautiful?
24X now.
You
Engagement is for the gram.
Oh my god. Things overpowered.
All right. Well, listen. She's ready.
Don't worry, Diva. They'll be broke up by Valentine's Day.
They'll be broke up by New Year's.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
Girl, Jersey girl said that was an audition video.
Emmanuel, you're up.
Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe this time I'm going to be the opposite. I can't believe that Tamar is weak in the knees for this no good, fraudulent con artist who need to go take care of his village of children who he made with multiple women. I've never trusted him from the day I saw him on the show Queen's Court. He would give her lavish gifts to manipulate her, and
Come on, Emmanuel.
that it worked. I know
Say it, brother.
I know he's an attorney, but I wouldn't trust him. I'd rather get a public defender before hiring him. This guy wants to be famous. He went into Queen's Court knowing all about Tracy and the Braxtons. He pretended not to know, but he did it in a slick way. And even Holly Robinson Pete kind of exposed them on that. I don't know what if there's a bigger red flag than your man goes on after y'all break up, goes on a date with the op and tells her all your business and talks smack. And as crazy as Tommy Lee is, she was telling the truth. I believe everything she said.
She was.
I like Tamar. I'm always gonna like her, but she's in danger. And the sad part is that she thinks that she's winning with this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need her to go back to Iyanla and this time be receptive, because ever since she left Vince, her life has been nothing but trouble, chaos, and drama. It's like I said earlier about self-esteem. People don't have to like you, they don't have to respect you, but you need to love yourself. And once you love yourself, you will attract the people who are right for you. I agree with what, in my opinion, said. Evelyn, Miss E, did a disservice to her daughters by making the dad seem like the bad guy and being so bitter about it.
Yeah.
It's sad. I too will not be watching the Braxtons. The only reason I watched before was for Tracy and Trina. Tracy, rest in peace. Trina is now married to some guy who screams at her on Instagram. Tawanda's a snake. And
You better
Jenny,
speak on it, Manuel.
I don't know what's going on with her. But yeah, Miss E is an enabler, and it's a sad situation.
Well, boom, there it is. Oh my goodness. Denzel.
Don't get me wrong. I try to like. Don't get me wrong. I try to like Tamar, but I am done with her shenanigans. This is too much. This is this is funny. Some people call Tamar's fiance the KLC man, Curly Sanders. Some people is calling him that for real.
No, they call him the Monopoly Man. They say he looked like the Monopoly Man from the board game box.
They call him that too. Okay, okay. This is given for a storyline, because I heard that I don't know how true it is, but I heard they bring in the Braxton family values back. So I don't know if it's true or not, but it's given a storyline for the show. For me, it is.
Yeah.
And and why would she needs to get help. She needs to get some therapy, because she's off of her rocker, because that man, well, he's not a man. Punk. That Punk, he has embarrassed her. He embarrassed her, and not only that, he ate Tommy Lee's stuff, if you know what I mean. He ate her stuff, and she gonna take him back. She is engaged with the enemy.
Ooh, child.
I know, right? She's engaged with the enemy. He is a user. In my opinion, he's a user. He's an opportunist,
Mm-hmm.
and she needs to wake up. She needs to wake up. She needs to grow up, and she needs to stop with this shenanigans. And she needs to stop letting people play her. She needs to stop letting that man play her. I don't want her to. She got a YouTube channel too, so I hope she don't go. If it don't work out, I hope she does not go on her YouTube channel or her social media boo-hooing. Like, girl, stop. Like,
But the
we
YouTube
we
channel is with
tired.
the man. It's their YouTube channel together.
Oh well.
Girl.
I mean, listen.
Listen,
listen.
we gonna put Tamar on the prayer list.
That right, and that's what I'm saying, Diva. Yeah, we're gonna exactly. Yeah, we're gonna put her in the prayer list. I don't want you to be overtime, so I'm gonna speed it up. I hope she gets better. I hope she gets the help that she needs in 2024 and take us out of the group chat. Like, this is too much, and that's it, and that's all.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Denzel, but she's not gonna.
It's okay.
She's not gonna take us out because she's gonna show us this wedding. But listen,
Diva,
you
she need more than prayers, Diva. She needs some milk.
Woo, child. Well, listen, y'all, we gotta go into this feel good story, so we're going right into it. So hold on one second. Let's go. How amazing!
Diva,
That's a blessing.
Now, Diva, why you make these stories where I gotta cry and stuff?
Amazing. And
yes, it is.
The kids for one of their parents too. Amazing.
That was lovely.
Yes. Listen, guys, I appreciate y'all. I hope everybody had a good holiday. I meant to say that at the beginning of this video, and I hope y'all continue to have a good week. I will see y'all again tomorrow night if you can come through for trending topics. I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all cheat me every single night. I guess I gotta call the Ohio man and see if I can get some likes. But anyway, guys, I love y'all. If you didn't hit the like button,
love you, Diva.
On now. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
All right, y'all have a great night.
Bye,
y'all.